Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Cacao Empowerment Circle. You guys know that I do cacao ceremonies and I've been putting them together, and I do sound healings. This ceremony is different because I'm collaborating with a bunch of other amazing healers, and I'm just super excited to bring them along the journey. And this is a step in the direction that I'm going for, the vision that I want long term, and I'm just super excited about it. And today I'm going to introduce you to one of the other healers that are going to be there. The cacao ceremony is going to be held on September 30th, and it is in West Palm Beach, well, nearby Lake Worth. And I found a beautiful place, an Airbnb, that we're going to be doing this and holding this at, which is super amazing, because I definitely manifested that, because I was like, I just totally want a place where I can feel at home and have everybody there feel at home. And I want indoors because it's freaking hot in Florida, and the sound is amazing with the sound healing when it's indoors. Here we go. Hi, how are you? So everyone, this is Lori, and Lori is going to be with us at the Empowerment Cacao Circle doing yoga. She's going to be leading yoga. She has been in health and wellness field for over 25 years, which is absolutely amazing. I love that. She has a background with education and experience in psychology, dance, movement therapy, integrative yoga therapy, and integrative nutrition. Super amazing. I love all of those things. And she facilitates individual wellness coordinator, primary therapist, and expressive arts and yoga therapist, which I'm super excited because I know we're starting out with yoga, but I'd love to see the integrative. I'm probably going to be like, can you show me a few dance moves at the event? And I wanted to bring a yoga into the cacao ceremony because the last one that I was at helping facilitate, I just felt the need to move. And cacao is a medicine that gets people to want to move because it does ignite expression and creativity, which is our sacral chakra. And so I think yoga is a great way to add into the ceremony to really honor that movement. And so I just want to ask you a few things, Lori, if you don't mind. Like, what got you into yoga?
I can't remember a time that I was not practicing some type of movement in my life. From a young person, I was involved in dance and then fitness. I actually had an injury, a medical condition, when I was about 19 and had an ovarian tumor. And after that, I could not participate in the dance and fitness activities that I was doing. And I found a yoga teacher at that point in her home and started practicing and just followed a thread. It became part of my life after that, in and out of my life for many years. And then the past several years, I've become much more dedicated to studying and learning the philosophies because of how much it transformed my well-being and experience. I think I probably started for physical reasons, but stayed for the whole being, wellness and spiritual path that it took me on. So, yeah, as far as moving and being in somatic practices, I have been drawn to that because that's where I meet myself most truthfully. I can talk in circles, but when I'm moving and I'm in somatic practices with my body, I'm the most authentic.
Wow, I love that. I really love that last part where you're like, I can talk and talk in circles, but when I'm in movement, yeah, like that brings me so much stillness. There was a time through my awakening where that's what I did, like just movement and dance to really get the energy that was stuck within my body, my aura, to move out. And I actually lost weight, and that wasn't the goal. The goal was just to like move the body, and and it just became addictive. And even now, like I've shifted some things in my life. I stopped moving. I stopped dancing as much. And now I'm like incorporating that back again. I started back with walking, and now just like I find myself again, like in my living room and just moving and dancing. And it's so empowering, and it just releases so much energy. So I totally resonate with what you're saying there. I love that.
What you're sharing, about your experience with dance specifically rings very true for me. The yoga and the philosophies have given me a framework and a structure, whereas the dance and the movement allows me to move to the lower, below the head, below the head into heart. And ecstatic actually means unstuck, right? So I've pursued dance and movement in many ways for so long, and I I'll credit Star and my ecstatic dance training for the education, and the word ecstatic, now, up to my understanding, is unstuck, right? And so for me, the movement and the dance allows me to be unstuck. It's very powerful medicine.
I love that. I love that. Yes, very powerful medicine. So I'm super excited to have you there at the event, and like I was saying, just to bring that movement into the facility. I know, have you had any visions of like, or ideas of what you want to do? Because I am kind of like leaving that open to you. Just how you want to lead that. Have you thought about that, or you think that's something that intuitively you're just going to go with the day of the event?
I have some ideas, and I will definitely be prepared in some way. But when I step into any situation as a facilitator, I kind of feel like Mary Poppins and bring a bag of tricks and have to see, where it's going. But most of the time, I have some set plan. My main focus, and in listening to what you shared, I feel like it's in alignment, is to provide some grounding, but also awakening to all the energy centers and giving a bit of education, but mostly experiential, and using the movement to activate the chakras. And I think that resonates. You mentioned, the emphasis of the sacral chakra, but I want to give people the opportunity to feel into each of those to create an opening as they step into the rest of the experience. Also, a bit of experiential to offer the framework of yoga philosophy, where I look at things from my teachings through the lens of the koshas, which allow us to experience our physical body, energetic, mental, spiritual, and bliss body. So to integrate some gentle movement, breath work, and maybe a little intuitive movement, I'll call it, rather than dance, at this point, in that
Yeah.
short amount of time.
Yeah. Yes. I love it. Yeah. It all sounds amazing. And I just like talking to you, it like my heart is opening up because I just feel more expansiveness. I just really feel like it's just going to be perfect. It's going to be amazing.
As you said, I took a deep breath in and completely exhaled. So thank you for that.
Is there anything else like regarding yoga? Is there anything like maybe that people need to be aware of or cautious of? Or is this like yoga is good for everybody type of rule?
For sure. Yes, yoga is good for everybody type of rule, as you just said. I want to reiterate that the word yoga actually means union, to connect, right? Yoke, unite. It's a simplified translation, right? So, and the poses, the asanas, the movement, did not come into practice until several years after yoga, the word showed up in the texts and the philosophy. But it's my job as a facilitator, yes, to make it accessible to anybody. And there are different ways of teaching. So, like I said, I have come with some ideas, but knowing, depending on who shows up and what their abilities are, I'll offer it in different ways. In my studies with the integrative yoga therapy, I've been mostly impressed with how much can be accomplished with simple practices where less is more. And it doesn't always have to be a 90-minute busy moving vinyasa class. You know, a couple of poses, breath awareness, and mudras can shift somebody in a very significant way. So, um, excited to show up and offer. Again, I'll bring a bag of goodies and see what suits the group that shows up the most.
Yeah, awesome. And it is outdoors. We have a lovely space outdoors where the yoga is going to take place. It's in a grassy area. There's a pool, so it's a nice little view, but it is private. Now, if it rains, we do have enough room inside that we can move everything indoors and just have the yoga indoors. So we don't have to worry about weather, anything like that. And then once yoga is done, we'll just rearrange everything and we'll just get ready for meditation. So I'm super excited because the location is beautiful. Tuskers Retreat is, if you guys haven't found them on Instagram, I've tagged them several times. Go find them, especially if you're in South Florida. Beautiful location, Airbnb, and it has a pool and it has multiple rooms. We won't be utilizing the rooms. We're just using the living spaces and the outside. And then the owner she's absolutely amazing. Such a beautiful soul. So I'm just super excited. I'm so glad you were on here to join us. Lori, where can people connect with you? Do you have a location that people can join you live? And go ahead and share your Instagram.
Sure. Actually, the Instagram is, I don't
This is hers, Lori Ann
yes.
1201 _
Yes. I teach a couple of classes a week at Bindu Studio, which is on Dixie Highway in West Palm Beach. And I teach there Tuesday nights at 7:30. I'm covering some classes that are on Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. I do fill in often when I'm available to, and I run workshops. I'm doing a workshop October 1st on improving balance, strength, and stability. I don't have one coming up, but do regular workshops on the vagus nerve and how we access that through the yoga practices. I'm excited. Looks like it will be October. I'll be offering ecstatic dance and yoga dance journeys there. So you can check out Bindu's website for that, bindu/studio.com. Most of the other work I'm doing is I see private clients and also consult at a couple of recovery centers, primarily VMR Health, which is an eating disorder facility. So that's exclusive to patients that are there, but I do see clients regularly, either in my home office or their homes, or at Bindu. Actually, I also can arrange that if that's preferable to the person.
Awesome.
There's one other thing that I've been involved in, and it's through the Palm Beach County Libraries. That monthly, a colleague of mine and a close friend of mine, Michelle Barry, who is also a Reiki practitioner and sound healer and brilliant tarot card reader. She and I have been going to the libraries throughout the county monthly and offering gentle Nidra yoga, meditation, and sound healing. So if you look at the Palm Beach County Library schedules, about once a month, we've been rotating to the different libraries, and those are free, free to the community. So that's a great offering, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been a little bit busy because I've been away at some trainings, so she was on her own, but I'm hoping to be joining her back in the fall to do that again.
That's awesome. I've seen those when I was homeschooling my boys. We would always spend like time in the downtown library and always check out the events. And now that they're in school, I'm not there that much, but I always see this sound healing and the Reiki, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could make it. Because now I'm like, it's in the middle of my work. But now I definitely know knowing that it's you guys, I
Yeah,
definitely have to be there now.
it's been fabulous actually, and the turnout is phenomenal. I know that it's a free offering, which is a part of it, but I think it's just so needed in the community. So it's been really lovely to be able to offer that, and bring, the community some balance and healing, and some people that have never experienced any of these things before.
Yeah. That's incredible. I love that you're doing that and able to give back to the community like that. It's super amazing. All right, well, we are going to wrap it up here. It's almost 12 o'clock. Thank you. I'm just going to reintroduce Lori. You can follow her on her Instagram handle, Lori Ann 1201, right? 1201 underscore. And again, she is a local yoga therapist as well as many other things. Again, she has 25 years in the wellness and health field. So she's an excellent person to talk to, especially if you're interested in yoga. If you're coming to the event, she is going to be the one leading the yoga at the beginning of the ceremony. You don't want to miss it out. You can get tickets on my website, anchoredsoultherapy.com. There's a link in my bio as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you so much, Lori, for joining me. And I loved hearing about your story. And I cannot wait to participate and see everybody else enjoying themselves at the event.